and gentlemen, and welcome to Hate It or Love It. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. So today I'm going to be reviewing, oh, that was good stuff, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. So Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves is a Dungeons & Dragons movie based off the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. You got a stat cast. You got Chris Pine. You got Michelle Rodriguez. You got Hugh Grant. And the list goes on. What this movie is about is a group of thieves end up helping this wizard, which ends up becoming an evil wizard, and they did not realize it. And now they have to become heroes and save the world and the kingdom. So, what did I think about this movie? Well, I am not a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game guy. Like, I never played Dungeons and Dragons. I always wanted to, but I never got around to playing it. So I did grow up watching the Dungeons and Dragons animated series, and I did watch people play Dungeons and Dragons. It's fun to watch people play that. It is. My guilty pleasure movie, I do kind of like the Dungeons and Dragons 2000 movie, which I thought it was funny and it was a cool film. A lot of people did not like that movie. I mean, it wasn't a great film, but it was fun. I thought it was cool. But this movie, Honor Among Thieves, is 100 times. It is a million times better than the 2001 version. And I gotta say, this movie is great. I love the fantasy. I love the comedy. It has great heart. Has really good story building and character building as well. And I gotta give it to Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez. Man, Chris Pine, he shows his acting chops as being suave, as being charismatic, and being silly, but also have a heart and be serious, just like how he played Captain Kirk in the Star Trek movies. And Michelle Rodriguez, so badass, so great. I mean, this girl is so great in this film. She's also quippy, but she has some good one-liners, but she's also a badass. And when you put her and Chris Pine together, they have great chemistry. They're so amazing together. They make the movie so much. Also, like Justin Williams, the guy that played in Detective Pikachu, he was great in this film as like that wizard that's still trying to be a grand wizard, but the problem is he's always messing up his spells. He's always sucking at everything he does. And it works in this movie. It is so funny. And I like the fact that later on, he actually finds his courage and he finds that power to become a grand wizard, which I really enjoyed that so much. I mean, the film, once again, the fantasy aspect is so good. I love it, mixes well with the comedy, and as you watch this film, I gotta say, it knows that it's very self-aware because it feels like you're watching somebody playing a D&D game. But that was a little bit of one of my nitpicks. What I did not like about it is very small. Like some of the lines and the dialogue and some of the awareness, I kind of took me a little bit out of the movie because I feel like back in those era times, you wouldn't do that and you wouldn't say that because that is too nuanced. But it was just slight, but I still enjoyed every minute of it. Certain scenes were a little bit dragged out in the film, but still only a little bit, not too much. If they would have cut the movie up a little bit, I think it would have been really nice if they would have done that. But other than that, this movie is great. We have a cool bad guy. He's a fun, quirky bad guy. But Sophia, she is the evil wizard. She is crazy. She has some cool powers. I just love seeing the dragons in this film. They were fun to watch. All the evil soldiers that were working for the wizard was super fun. Like, this movie was fun. Even the knight that we have, the Valor, like, he was cool too. Like, everybody in this movie was fun. They all worked together really well. The whole chemistry was really good. And I really did enjoy this film. So what did I think about it? Did I love it? Did I hate it? Or it was something in between? Well, I'm going to give it on the real for real. That's right. I give it on the real for real. It was fun. Like I said, I love the world building. I love the character building. I love a lot of things about this film. My little nitpicks were like some of the nuance was way too took me out of the movie sometimes, and some of the scenes were a little bit dragged. But other than that, this movie was a great movie. You should go out and watch it if you like fantasy comedies, you know, action adventures. This is a movie for you. Check it out. It's good for the family. It's good for your kids. Go ahead and check it out. I advise you. So like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about Dungeons and Dragons Honors Among Thieves. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or it was something in between? And for my new subscribers and for my newcomers for these videos, if you want to know how I rate my movies, just click on the description below. It tells you everything there is on how I rate my movies. Please like, please subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel. I want to get about 1,000 subscribers this year, 1,000 views this year. I want to push this channel because I love talking about movies, and I love talking about movies to you guys. And if you want, also catch me on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on YouTube at the same name, Hate It or Love It Movie Reviews. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.